Hey everyone, Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the Raxium CXR series LED projector headlights with amber daytime running lights, black housings, and clear lenses fitting 2009 to 2014 F-150s. The Raxium CXRs are going to be an excellent choice for the F-150 owner who's after an upgrade to the looks and lighting output on their truck. These are a high quality, aggressive, and modern looking fully LED lighting setup that's going to update the front end of your truck and pack a ton of output into a really slick package. Now we see a ton of aftermarket headlights come through the door here, and these I liked for a lot of reasons. Chief among which is the fact that these have a more subdued style as opposed to a lot of the other options available for this gen of F-150. The black internal housings with just a few key LED elements in here make these look like they could have been a factory option or even one that you could option today. It really does a lot to bring the look of these trucks up into the modern day, since they are admittedly getting a little bit older now. But these are also going to put out way more light than your standard halogens. Inside you've got 3 Ice Cube style LED projectors. Now these are bi-LEDs, meaning that all 3 of them are going to function as your high and low beams. They're just going to click around to give you that extra lighting output. LED projectors of course put out a crisp light with a nice sharp cutoff and a very wide beam pattern. And make no mistake, these things are bright. They also have a pretty cool temperature light, so expect more of a brighter whitish sort of light as compared to your factory halogens. You also get some more LEDs, including some down here on the bottom, and even more LED strips around the outer edges of the light. Now those are the ones that are going to function as your daytime running lights and turn signals. The DRLs in this case illuminate a diffused amber color, and the turn signals are sequential, which doesn't add anything really, but I think they're just fun. Now these are also available with a white daytime running light should that be more to your taste. Personally though, I like the amber ones because if you're going for that Raptor type of look, these just look that much more sinister on the front end of your truck. And when it comes to the construction of these, I have to say, I'm impressed by the CXRs. It sounds a little silly because most headlights are made up of the same things, but these really do look and feel very nice at the moment you take them out of the box. So the outer housings here are made using ABS plastic, which is used throughout the auto industry because it's lightweight and it's very durable. Same is true for the lenses. These are going to be your industry standard polycarbonate, but these ones in particular have a UV coating over top for some additional protection. So if you park your truck outside or you encounter a lot of sun or adverse weather conditions, these aren't going to craze, crack, or yellow like a lot of other uncoated polycarbonate lenses would. You also have integrated heat sinks here to keep the electronics cool and running properly, and the entire headlight housing is sealed up to keep out dirt and moisture to protect those electronics inside, meaning that this should be a very worry-free setup for you and very durable. The CXRs are also DOT and SAE approved, meaning not only that they are fully street legal, but they also have the necessary integrated adjusters. So you can get these adjusted exactly as you need them, whether your truck is stock height, lifted, or anywhere in between. Pricing is going to come in at about $1,500, and that does of course put them in the higher end of the market segment. Make no mistake though, you've got a lot of good stuff packed in here. Again, I can't overstate, these are some really nice headlights. You've got a ton of LEDs inside, and these are definitively a premium product. So of course the price is going to have to reflect that. These are going to give you all the lighting output, the material quality, the good looks, and all the other stuff you would expect from some of the other big name brands. They just do it for a lower price. Installation will get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 1 hour to complete. Now these are a true plug and play operation. Everything comes pre-wired, and the wiring that you need to get them plugged in and working comes included in the kit. So you don't actually have to do any wiring yourself, just route a few things and plug a couple of things in. So makes it a job that pretty much anybody can accomplish at home. With that said, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the process.
For this install you need a ratchet, 10mm socket, needle nose pliers, diagonal cutters, and zip ties. All right, today we're going to be installing some headlights on our F-150. First we're going to watch a quick video how to install stock ones, then we'll come back here to install the new ones.
First thing we need to do is remove the 2 headlight bolts at the top here, and then 1 at the side, and we're going to use our 10mm socket to do that. And with our 3 bolts removed, all we've got to do now is just grab a hold of the light and pull it straight forward. And with our headlight removed, we can go ahead and disconnect the 3 connectors on the back simply by pushing down on the release lever on each of the connectors and pulling it out.
All right, now before we can install our headlights, we just have to do a little bit of wiring. We just have to put our fuse tap into our fuse box here and then run each wire to each side of our truck. All right, now we're just gonna open up our fuse box, 2 tabs there. Fuse we're going after is F77, you can reference it on the lid here. We're gonna grab our needle nose pliers and pull our 10 amp fuse out. We're gonna put our fuse tap into place, run our wire out like so, and then close our lid. All right, now we're just gonna run the wires to the other side. As you can see, we have a little bit of extra here. We're just gonna zip tie it to this harness here. It'll be able to reach the headlight here. All right, then we're gonna take our other wire and just run it all the way across and zip tie it along the way. Just make sure it doesn't touch anything hot. All right, then we're just gonna take our diagonal cutters and just cut off the excess. All right, now we just have to plug in our wiring harnesses to our headlight. First, we just have to talk about this connector on the back here. You will see 1 connector, 2 wires. This is for sequential turn signals. If you keep it plugged in, you will not have sequential. To have sequential, you just unplug it. All right, now we're gonna plug in all of our connectors. All right, so we're gonna start with the wire that we ran, the single pin connector. Plug that in right there. Then we have our 2-pin connector, our larger 3-pin, and then our actual headlight connector. All right, now we can put our headlight into place. Just line up the 2 tabs on the back and push straight on. All right, now we can reinstall our 3 10mm bolts. All right, so we have our 3 bolts. We're gonna thread them in. We're gonna grab our ratchet and 10mm socket and tighten them down. All right, now you go ahead and repeat the same thing for the other headlight. All right, and that wraps up our install of our Raxium CXR series LED headlights with amber DRLs with a black housing and clear lens for a 2009 to 2014 F-150. And remember, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.